to take a deep breath because my apartment, she looks a mess. Okay, that is why I couldn't do my very cutesy, very romantic intro that I normally like to do. But you can't get no vibes going when your home is a mess. Not that I'm trying to hide it from you necessarily, but I really try to make this corner of the internet a cozy, comfy, relaxing little corner, and there's nothing relaxing about some of the corners in my home right now. So the motivation behind me doing kind of this little reset, if you will, number one, you probably should reset your home. I would say at least once a week, you know, like a little miniature one to get your week really started, but it's been so hectic lately. I haven't even been able to fully do that. Like, I've been doing some cleaning here and there. I really want to get like down and dirty. I want to put some things away so I can really, you know, operate in life. But also because I'm getting ready to decorate for Christmas tomorrow. And the last thing I want to do is add more junk on top of the junk that I already have. I need to run to Target to go actually buy some sort of organization to put away all of my things for autumn so I can use them again next year. And so I don't have to go through what I'm about to go through with my Christmas decor, which we're not going to be doing that in this vlog, but I'm literally filming it tomorrow, so I don't know. It'll be going up soon. It might even go up before this video. So you might see little glimpses here and there, but we're not really going to focus on that because the point is getting my place clean, turning my house into a home. Okay, I'm sure some of you will be very excited because you know how I did a closet clean out not too long ago? Well, I'm doing a very miniature version of that today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get going. Let me show you my outfit since I already have that on. It's pretty chill for today. So this is today's little OOTD. I wanted to go very fall, but it's like 64 degrees outside, so I had to be kind of chill with it. I know it doesn't seem that chill wearing these boots, but they're so comfortable, and they're like kitten heel boots, but they are like these little vintage chocolate brown knee-high boots. I'm wearing Madewell denim, a vintage belt, threw this little Zara jacket on with this t-shirt, and then I have on my chocolate little Songmont bag and my tortoiseshell Cezanne glasses. I don't think they have these anymore. I think these were like a summer edition type of thing. So I don't know if I'll be able to link those, but I'll try to link everything. Obviously, except for the vintage things. But yeah, this is the little OOTD. She's very comfortable, just trying to go in and out. Yeah, I don't really know if that's gonna happen, but we're just gonna go. We're gonna see what happens. I'm only going for storage, but you know how it is when you go to Target. I will say though, I think I'm gonna go to my local Target, and I hate it. Like, I don't like being in there, so anytime I'm in there, it's kind of in and out, because it's just so in disarray. Like, I go to Target to be calm and like to, you know, calm my nerves, have a better day, and I think it makes my day worse when I go in there. So I am really going in there because I need to. So let's head out. What are the odds I'm sitting here looking at a book that I have no business looking at, and then I hit the corner, and then here are the storage containers. They really get you with this random section of books right here. I feel like I look every time. And yes, I did get something. Where did they keep the lids? Okay, I think I like this section way better. I think we're gonna go the more festive route. A 1,000 years later, I finally found a container with a lid. They kind of just have them randomly placed, but I feel like I've been looking for a container with a matching lid for way too long. I feel like I should be compensated for the stress that I just went through. I'm hot now. Okay, what feels like 1,000 years later, I have made it back. Quick little haul, and I kid you not, you may think I'm being dramatic on like how stressful that Target is. Literally, I stepped out my car into the parking lot getting ready to head in. I heard this lady, I'm assuming it was her daughter, I could hear her like trying to guide her, and I heard her warning the girl. She was like, stay to the left, stay to the left. Child, I guess the baby girl didn't stay to the left, because next thing I knew, I saw cans flying, going all across the street. It looked like she was maybe getting ready to host like a party or something like that. She had just like a lot of beverages and stuff. She was kind of struggling with the cart and then also trying to guide a child at the same time. And you know when you're so frustrated, like you don't even react automatically. You just kind of like you just look like you gave up. I'm assuming she was very overwhelmed, and then to like have her child not listen to directions, and then as a result, I think that's really what it was. The fact that she was warned and then it still went left. I think that's really what just had her like had to take a moment. So anyways, of course I wasn't gonna just let all the cans roll around on the street. So I ran around in my little kitten heel boots and I was picking up little Coca-Cola cans to help her out a bit because she just looked like she was going through a lot. So that was chaotic thing number one. Soon as I headed in, and this is a normal occurrence with this Target, okay? They never have shopping carts. When I first walked in, there were none, and then I looped back around like 10 seconds later and 2 people had put their shopping carts back, so I grabbed a shopping cart. Like, there's been times where I had to go in there and wait to get a shopping cart. Then I was just walking in looking for, obviously, the storage container area. And then I heard loud noises of like playing and stuff like this. I sound so old right now. I know. And the thing is, when I hear like kids and there's like a lot going on, I don't really trip because like they're children. I mean, children are gonna children. But no, these were older children like just by themselves, because you know like Target is the new like hangout spot. Like I've seen people on friend dates up in Target in like high school. I'm like, Lord, there's just so much going on because they were just being so loud. And I had earphones in. So I'm sitting there trying to listen to Steve Lacy, calm myself down. I'm just trying to coast through the local Target. And so then I finally found the containers. And you already know the dilemma with the containers, the lids. Yeah, girl. So with that being said, I had to buy myself a few things to make myself feel better. Besides the container, I came across the tights section, and I do love me some tights. I feel like it's a good way to accessorize and also keep your legs a little warm. And they had some really cute ones. So first I saw these and I was like, I love tights like this, so I definitely got them. I just like the sheer ones a lot. And then I've also really been wanting some floral tights. And so since they had them there, I was like, why would I not get them from here? Because the other places I've been seeing them at are like 3 times the price of these. The only issue was they didn't have my size in these, so I went up a size and got the medium. And then I headed around the corner. And mind you, it was a need, okay? Let me not lie here. I have books on my mantle bookshelf that I have not read, but you know, I'm a mood reader, okay? And I've already been thinking, you know what? It's time for me to get back to this series. I'm ready to continue, because you know, I'm not a binger when it comes to book series. I like to really savor book series. So people are always really surprised when they're like, you still haven't finished that series? And I'm like, no, I'm a mood reader. I gotta skip around. But I'm continuing my journey of the fantasy series Throne of Glass. So I already read Throne of Glass, and now I'm finally gonna read Crown of Midnight. I actually decided to go with the publishing order, which means, you know, as they're published, that's the order that I'm gonna read. People read this series in a different order, so I just decided that's how I was gonna do it, the way Sarah J Maas intended, okay? So hopefully I like it. I heard that it's a series that she started when she was like in high school, and so apparently it starts out kind of like a little slow, and it wasn't unenjoyable, but it wasn't like, I don't know. So far, ACOTAR was better for me, but I hear once you get deeper into this, it's gonna blow ACOTAR out of the water, and I'm okay with that. So, besides that, I picked up a candle just because I don't have any Christmas candles, and like I said earlier, I'm getting ready to decorate for Christmas tomorrow. And so I thought after I get all my decor out, it would be nice to be able to set out my new little Christmas candle so I can smell it. It's the one called Christmas Cheer, and the notes are orange and clove. It doesn't so much smell like orange to me. It has more of a cinnamon apple scent to me, but I don't care as long as it smells good. Let me do a big stretch. That took a lot out of me. Let's put away the fall things. I'm really debating whether or not I actually want to put this away. I've had this decorating my apartment like all year for years at this point. I think I might go ahead and put it away and make it an autumn thing. We'll let her go finally. Not let her go, but until next year. So bare in here now. This is making me sad. What am I gonna do when Christmas is over? All the cozy is gone. I'll figure out something, I'm sure. But now I'm like, what are we gonna do in here? That was pretty quick. I did not have too many fall pieces. I've been neglecting these dishes since yesterday, so let's go ahead and do them. Good morning, or I guess I should say good afternoon. It feels like morning because I still have on my pajamas, but we're having quite the gloomy day, so I do apologize if this video gets really dark or feels really dark. I'm loving it, honestly. I think I've shared already that I have come to really love the rain as I've gotten older. It just makes me want to take a nap, makes me want to get cozy, hence why I have not gotten out of the bedclothes. Well, I put on different bedclothes. I went to sleep in something else, and then I put this one on because it's like cute but also comfy at the same time. I at first was like really upset with myself because I wanted to finish this video just in a couple of days span, but sometimes you're just not gonna finish cleaning everything that you want to clean or maintaining everything that you want to maintain in just a couple of days. Definitely not a day. Like, I envy the people who can do like a full house clean in a day, but I don't have it in me. I gotta break it down. The bathroom on Tuesday, the kitchen on Wednesday, etc. So today I figure we do something a little different. We still need to get into the clothes, so I'm hoping to get into them today. The only thing is I'm fighting with natural light. For you to be able to see all the pieces, natural light is kind of essential. But another thing that I need to get done, need to maintain, it's not necessarily housekeeping. I mean, it's my housekeeping. My house, as in my being, my body. I need to get my nails done. And no, we are not leaving. We are not leaving to get my nails done. I actually have started doing my own nails. I know, I said for a long time, I was like, I could never. I think I have been consistently getting my nails done, probably like non-stop, like without a break, probably for like 2 to 3 years now. But for the last 1 to 2 months, I have not. I've been doing them myself. So once a week, and I actually get really excited about this. I'm very surprised. And I kind of use it as like a moment of self-care. I'll talk about it more as we get into it. But I just wanted to share this for any of the girls who may also have thought, you know, I just will never do my own nails. Maybe you will. Maybe I can change your mind, but the main reason that I decided to is, number one, you know that I go all the way back home to get my nails done, so it was just kind of really inconvenient to go all the way back home. My nails would be like grown out so much because I wouldn't have time to go. And then the other reason, and this is the bigger reason, something I've been thinking about for at least a good year now, are the harmful chemicals and the harmful things that happen to us at the nail salon. I don't know. I'm sure there are nail salons out there that care and really pay attention to that, but I know nobody's gonna care about me like I'm gonna care about me. Look, this is not gonna be no acrylics. I haven't done acrylics in a minute. I was doing, well, I guess that's acrylic, Gel-X. I was doing Gel-X. But this is not gonna be that, okay? I have gone to the very natural world. Like, these are my nails. I had to cut them all the way down after I got the Gel-X taken off, so they're short. I am trying to grow them back out, but I need them to be strong. So we're dealing with little baby nails right now, but confession, I've actually been enjoying it, so. So we are starting this nail routine off really strong by making a mess. First, I just started out with taking my nail polish off with their nail polish remover. I got all of this stuff from this brand called The Manicurist. It's basically a vegan natural nail care brand. Like I said, I am very serious about my nail health. First, you can see me here applying my first coat. This specific nail polish is actually one that is supposed to help my nails' overall health. So not only is it pretty, but it's also healthy for my nails. I was aiming for a really natural nail look. So following up with that, I went ahead and went back over with this kind of more glittery nail polish. Yes, you can already see me getting ready to mess up my nails. Honestly, I think this is the main reason why I was so dead set against doing my own nails. It's because when I was a child / teenager, I would try to do my own nails, and every time it just always looked so bad. So I kind of accepted at a very young age, you know what, you're just not good at doing your nails. And I brought it into my adulthood as a truth, but I've decided I'm not gonna do that, okay? To be honest, I think my main issue when I was doing my nails when I was younger is I was trying to speed through, potentially being a little lazy, trying to get to whatever else I was trying to do. So I feel like slowing down, putting on a little YouTube video, lighting a candle. Another thing I've noticed in my short little natural nail journey is every step matters. I've not only been filing my nails, shaping my nails, I've been putting cuticle cream on them. This one is from the Burt's Bees line. I just throw that on there to make sure I don't get that little icky dry look that is very common during the winter. But like I said, I'm going for a very natural, clean look. I want my nails to look like they're naturally pink, but with a little frost overlay. Perfect for the season of winter. Also, very much besides the point, but who has seen Desperate Housewives? I just started watching it. I remember it was a show that my mom watched when I was younger, but I was not allowed to watch it. So I just picked it up recently. And if you have not watched it and you are a fan of like Sex and the City, even if you're a Gilmore Girls girly, I recommend it so far. I think it's very funny. And so it was perfect for my little nail self-care day. I'm not gonna keep this at bay any longer. Once again, we've kind of lost the natural light, but I need to get rid of this box. As you know, I am artificial lighting's biggest hater. Grateful for her today. But yeah, I have all these clothes that I need to go through. I'm really trying to decide how I want to do this. I think we should just do this in real time. That way we can get my reaction. But these clothes were safe, okay? They were safe for me because they were packed away in the attic. But now they're here, and so now I have to go through them. And I'm quite positive I don't want all of these clothes. I'm already looking at one thing like, I know I don't want this. So I will try to hurry because I do want to get through all this. But I know you also like to hear my reasoning for pieces and like see the actual pieces instead of me speeding through this. So for the people who hate watching me talk, I'm so sorry. Look, I gotta do it one time for the yappers. So the first thing I'm already seeing in this pile, and I'm so upset because I actually love the quality of this sweater, but now I cannot look at it without thinking of Freddy Krueger. Like, I just cannot. Oh, and I'm so sad because it's such a nice quality All Saints sweater. Okay, this is just a little black off the shoulder sweater. I think this would be good for the season. Also good for the season. Okay, so this was like a vintage Diesel sweater I bought. Honestly, she's so cute on, but I just like my sweaters to be a little more comfy than this nowadays. So I just really don't see myself pulling it out. So I'm probably going to go ahead and put this as a no. Cream ribbed turtleneck. I actually wear this a lot, but I'd love to get a better version. Hopefully this season, because I know I wear it and that one's just not great. Okay, I never got to wear this. I think I got this at the end of the Christmas season last year. It was gifted from Parade, so I think I want to give it a shot this year. It's technically like lingerie. I don't know. I might wear it layered underneath a dress. I don't know. But I'm loving the little punk rock look it's giving, okay? This speaks to my inner child. Like, don't be mistaken. We are not letting go of edgy. We're letting go of the edgy I'm not comfortable in. Like, Freddy Krueger sweater. Nah. Like the Bratz doll, Jordan's inner child bodysuit with the arm sleeves. Oh, absolutely. Coming from the girl who was obsessed with Hannah Montana as a child, I own so many of like the arm sock pieces. I used to wear them in public to school. Where are my arm sock girls at? Are there any of us? Like, where are you at? Please let me know, because every time I talk about it, like, everybody's radio silent. So I'm like, I cannot be the only one who was wearing arm socks to school. Thanks a lot, Miley Cyrus. Oh, this sweater, absolutely keeping. I wear this one quite often. It's like this little vintage, is it Tommy Hilfiger? Yeah, love the colors. I can definitely see myself wearing that. Gray, very oversized, off the shoulder sweater. Yes, absolutely. Okay, I don't know about this one. I feel like I really need to rev up my Depop or my Poshmark, because this is a piece. I've had people asking to buy mine from me. And maybe not anymore. I don't know if anybody is interested anymore. But it's like this denim long cardigan that Jaded London was selling several years back. And they sold out of them so quick. And, you know, they don't bring things back really. And so it actually comes with these super That's So Raven, like furry-esque sleeves. So I don't know. I just don't see myself, like, I don't have nothing wrong with a long cardigan. I think it's the denim cardigan for me. Okay, this is just a random little scarf. It's fine. It's not groundbreaking. Okay. The sound of this alone when I open it makes me not want to keep this. Like, the concept is cute, but I really, and maybe I'm being a fabric snob, okay? I really hate looking at pieces and thinking, wow, that looks cheap. And I have no problem with buying something cheap. Okay, I would buy a little $5 t-shirt. Maybe not. I don't even know where you can find a $5 t-shirt anymore with inflation. But as long as it doesn't look a certain way. This was cheap and it looks cheap. And that's my issue. It's just I have like a heightened sense to like seeing plastic on the body. And so I know I would just croak every time I see myself in the mirror. I used to really like her though. Me and her used to be like this. Not anymore. I'm so excited to see you again. Hopefully we will get to pull you out this year. I think it was in storage last year and I had just moved like around this time last year. So I wasn't able to really dress for real. Like the fits, they were okay. I used to wear the mess out of this one in Chicago. Like look at this. Hopefully I can show it to you all the way. Ugh. Do you see this coat? It's got I think it's faux fur, but it's all the way trimmed. But it looks so real because the outside is like, I think actual leather, suede. Very nice quality. It is floor length, the most gorgeous color. I think this is like the last thing that I bought before I left Chicago. And yeah, we will be seeing me in that. That is my color. Another off the shoulder knit dress. I'm seeing a pattern here. Your girl is seeing a pattern. How many times have you heard me say off the shoulder? I think what it is, I feel like that's my way to still show skin when it's cold outside, because I do like to show me a little bit of skin. And so since it's cold, I feel like that's my way to be like, let me serve you clavicle. Such a hot part of the body. You're like all bundled up in a sweater and then it's like boom, some gleamy, Fenty beautied up clavicles. Like that hits for me. Okay, long maxi sweater dress. This is actually really cute. I like to put this one on when I don't feel like putting in a lot of effort, but like to look like I put in a lot of effort. I'm realizing now why I have so many of these like sweater dresses. These were my go-to when I was out in the dating world last year because it was cold, okay? There were times I was going on like 3 dates a week and it was freezing and I wanted to be cute and I felt the most comfortable but also like ready to go on a date in a sort of dress that was a little bit sleek but not showing like too much, you know, save a little bit for the imagination on the first date. And the sweater dresses were absolutely it. Now I'm realizing and I'm laughing at myself because of the reason why I have so many sweater dresses. I'm so mad that I had this in here because this is actually such a cute set and I miss it every season. I have yet to be able to wear it because I keep putting it in this box. Okay, honestly not obsessed with this black puffer coat, but I might get cold, so I can't get rid of it. We're gonna give this little faux fur jacket a chance just because I remember throwing it on quite a lot last year. Yeah, this is another piece. It's not quite the quality that I would love to have in my closet, but because I don't have a replacement right now, we'll leave it. Vintage car jacket. This is giving very much like Lorelai Gilmore with the cut. Actually, no. Lorelai is really good for them little short jackets, so maybe not, but it is very 90s. I have not worn it in a long time because I was always choosing my super long black trench, but this one's actual leather and it feels very buttery soft, so I'm excited to see if I'll wear it this year. Another vintage leather blazer, again, also very buttery soft, very pretty. My black cat suit. It's not likely that you will see me go out in this today, like very unlikely. I used to go out in just a cat suit and like some high heel boots. Like girl, honestly I'm proud of me. Okay, I feel like she doesn't look very impressive right now just because I had her all balled up, but it is a genuine leather vintage like chocolate trench coat. Very pretty. I'm ashamed at how little I have worn this, so maybe if I put it in the front of my closet this year, since I'm very into my chocolates, maybe I will actually get a chance to wear it. Okay. The brown Teddy coat, I don't even know why I keep this year after year because I never wear it. So I think this is the year it just has to go. I think I kept it when I was in Chicago because it was so cold. And that's obviously like, this is so thick, you would want to have something like that, but I have no use for that here and I don't even like it. So, okay, white marshmallow jacket. Honestly, don't see myself using this a ton, but it is really cozy. And again, you never know when you go on a little snow trip, that will be the time that I need something like this. Okay, this might be a little over the top for the season as well, even when it gets cold. But again, this is one of my Chicago coats. This thing is like packed with like down goose feather or something like that. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous like little puffer trench, if you will. It's got like this webbing kind of design on the back. It's very cute. Like, there are very few puffer jackets, and it might be like, again, my inner child just remembering having to go through wearing a puffer jacket. Did anybody else go through that, like their puffer jacket rebellion phase? My mom would send me to school with a little marshmallow coat, and I'd be so mad. Like, there were two things that would make me so mad wardrobe wise when I was a child, and that was one, my mom putting me in a huge oversized puffer coat that I was gonna grow into. Like, I would say I honestly didn't really want to be an individual until I was at least like 9 or 10. So anytime before that, like, yeah, hated standing out, okay? Because I was a quiet child. I just had a realization. Where is my other JBY coat? Oh, we need to figure out where that is. I have some more coats stored away in the storage. This is not everything. It doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure they're not here. I just don't have the storage, so it's probably somewhere in my parents' attic. But, oh, little flannel pajamas. That's a random little placement, but I'll wear these. Okay, we've got our first major piece that we have to put away. I hope this fits. I hope all this fits. This is gonna be interesting. Ugh. That's gonna have to work. I honestly need a bigger closet. I think I'm gonna listen to a podcast. I was doing the whole little music wave, but I was playing like back-to-back Sade, back-to-back Lana Del Rey, putting myself to sleep. And it could also be that my cycle started a few hours ago, but I feel like I'm about to pass out. But we need to get this done. We need to get this done so I can relax tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna listen to Rotten Mango. Okay, let's take a little sit down. I actually think I'm gonna remove my glasses because they're giving this ginormous glare, and that is really not cute. I might just have to be blind. Like, I can't see you right now. I can see the screen. Actually, I can see you. I can't see myself. If my hair is sticking up or something like that, I mean, I guess that's kind of the point of my hair. But if it's sticking up and out of place, I'm sorry, because I cannot see it to fix it. But I also don't want you to have to look at the glare. I thought it would be a little fun to go through my current reads at the moment, the reads that I just got done reading. I know this is like a winter reset video, but I've seen a ton of people like kind of talk about their books every time they do a reset. They'll do like quarterly resets and things like that, and they'll do like book reviews. I figured, why not put mine in this? But I feel like it's also like, in a way, getting into the winter vibes, the winter spirit. That was kind of the whole point of me like getting my clothes into the closet, my winter clothes, getting autumn stuff out. So I do apologize if books are not your biggest interest. I completely understand because this is not a book channel, but it's something that I love, so occasionally I do like to talk about it. But because of that, I'm also not about to review like every book that I've read over the past couple months because, again, this is not a book channel. I did want to talk about this book, however, because I did get a lot of interest in this one on my Instagram and also over here. And the book is Bunny by Mona Awad. I'm guessing just because I think this is a pretty popular book, especially if you are in the dark academia lane. I often see it on like weird girl fall reading lists or just weird girl reading lists in general. With that being said, I will say this is not a book that most people are going to like. But when I heard that, that is immediately what kind of intrigued me. It follows this girl who is a writer. She writes poetry, and she's been going to this very elite school for writing. So her and her fellow writers, I think they are the first female cohort like ever at this school that they're at. And so it's her and I want to say like four other girls. That's it. The main character, Samantha, she's pretty introverted. She has a very vivid and dark imagination, if you will. And she's stuck in this class with these four girls who they refer to themselves as Bunny. Like they will call each other Bunny. Like, hey Bunny, I love your sweater. Oh Bunny, I love you so much. Like they just all call each other Bunny, even though they each have their own individual names. So if you're not getting the vibe right now, it's giving Cole. Even though she hates on them really badly, she makes fun of them all the time. Obviously, she's gonna be very intrigued when they are suddenly intrigued by her. So she ends up joining this group. That's not a spoiler. As you can imagine, it gets dark. It gets a little creepy. And it's also quite funny at the same time. I think that's what I like about this book. Even though it is dark, like the author is at the same time kind of funny. But I don't want to give away too much. I feel like this is one of those books that it's better you go in blind. That way it can be enjoyable for you. If I say too much, it won't be as enjoyable. But I want to say I rated Bunny 4.5 stars, which I will say is pretty good for rating. I rate from 1 star to 5 stars. With this book, it was a little more enjoyable than average for me, but not quite like, oh my gosh, this book was life-changing for me. I think the perfect way to sum it up without saying what it's about, somebody said this book is a good mixture between The Secret History and Jennifer's Body, and I literally could not agree more. I felt like that was like the best way to describe this book, and honestly is what intrigued me to read it. So yeah, this has been on my to be read list for a couple of years at this point, maybe at least a year. It's been on there a long time, so I'm very glad that I finally did read it. If you have any suggestions, by the way, of books that could kind of go in the same category, let me know. I have read a lot of dark academia books, so it's kind of hard to find ones that are like not always like repeated like on TikTok and stuff like that. But if you've got any, let me know. I'm always open to those. And so continuing on with the Massiverse, Sarah J Maas, I went ahead and started, as I said at the beginning of the vlog, the Throne of Glass series. So since I showed you me buying this book at the beginning of the vlog, I have finished this book and wow, I actually really loved it. So kind of like Throne of Glass, it kind of started out a little slow for me as well, but there was a point in this book where I actually was listening to it at the moment because they do have the audiobook version on Spotify. So whenever like I'm doing dishes or something like that and I can't physically hold a book, that's when I'll like find the chapter I've left off at and like listen to it. And it caught me on the audiobook. When I heard what happened in this book at that time, because I don't want to tell you, my mouth literally dropped open. I was like, what? Excuse me? I don't know if it was a predictable moment for anybody, but for me, that was not on my radar at all. In fact, I would say I was a little bit bored with the series, the first book, and the first half of this book. And then once that switch hit, I was like, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Again, I'm not going to say what it is because that will kind of ruin it for you unless somebody else has already ruined it for you. But I loved going into this book and not knowing that. Not knowing this little aspect of this book kind of makes you not want to continue the series if you're like me and like fantasy for the reasons that you like fantasy. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't know anything about this series and you are interested in trying it, it follows the assassin. Her name is Selena Oop. These names, they'll get me. Selena Sardothian. Her last name is a little difficult, but her name is definitely Selena. She is an assassin, and I don't want to give away the whole entire series, so I will kind of sum up what the first book is about. But she has been inside of this prison. It's very hardcore. It's very harsh. It is not for the weak. And she's managed to find herself outside of this prison, but of course, debts have to be paid. She can't just walk out all willy-nilly and be free. It just doesn't work like that. So she finds herself trying to keep her freedom, if you will, because she does not want to go back to this very terrible prison. So obviously with her being an assassin, people are going to want to use her skills that she comes with. So she will be ordered to fight some people, kill some people. But when I tell you, that is just the beginning. But I do want to point out what I like about Sarah J. Maas and her Massiverse, her fantasy stories. I feel like there's a lot of fantasy that I've read where it's like nothing but like hardcore fighting and like trials and things like that. And I'm not a big fan of like of purely just being on defense mode or attack mode all the time. Even though her main characters are typically women who are like very tough and hardcore and could probably kill like anybody in their path, they're also at the end of the day like very feminine, very girly. Like they appreciate their dresses. Like Selena loves a good ball gown. She loves a good ball. Like she loves to dance. At the end of the day, Selena is just a girl. Like I get the action, so I'm not bored, but I also get the little cute just a girl moments. And that's what I love. The reason I want to go to the bookstore is because I want to pick up some more holiday books because this is the only one that I have bought so far this year, and it is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I have already started this one and I think I'm like 90% done. I was trying my best to find a Christmas read that wasn't going to be uber corny, but at the same time like still kind of get those little cozy vibes. Like I needed to be a touch corny because that's what a Christmas book is going to be. I went ahead and picked up In a Holidays because I've heard a lot about this one. I wouldn't even say so much heard. I see a lot of people buy it. You know, I don't really know what anybody had to say about this book. So I just went ahead and tried it. And so it pretty much follows this girl. I think she lives at her parents' house. Like at one point she was living out on her own and then she ended up having to come back home and live with her parents, which that used to be me. I remember those years. Like she said in the book, it saves you a lot of money, but at what cost? Her and her family have this tradition where they go on a Christmas cabin trip every single year, but not just with her family, it's also with her found family. It's pretty much her parents' college friends. They just continued their friendship, and it's kind of like where the parents are friends and like the kids are also friends by proximity. So they all go to this cabin every year. Of course, this would not be a little Christmas corny romance book if there was not a love interest, none other than one of the sons on the trip. And it gets a little messy. It actually involves two brothers, and that's all I'm going to say. When I heard that it involved two brothers, I was like, two of them? Give it to me. I'm gonna eat it up. But it does have to do with time loops. I feel like I was intrigued by that, but I also was like, a little bit. Because one thing I don't like about a lot of romance books is I feel like they can get to be a little bit repetitive, and that's why I don't enjoy reading a ton of them. And so when I saw that there was a time loop in this book, I'm like, not only is this going to be like the classic corny romance book, I might have to relive the moments I hate over and over again. So I was very unsure. And I will say so far the time loop hasn't been super annoying. It hasn't been repetitive to the point where you just want to stop reading and you feel like the book is pushing nowhere, but it's also not one of those books I feel like that has a ton of action. But I mean, I guess that's normal with books like this. So it would be unfair for me to rate it according to that, but I can't even rate it yet because I'm not quite done. But I will say so far it's been like a cute little read. Definitely it's getting me in the Christmas mood. I cannot give a final review. It could make me hate this book by the time I finish it, probably by like tomorrow. But as of right now, I think it's worth the read. If you have finished it, feel free to let us know what you thought about it, if you think it's worth the read, because my outlook only goes so far. But so far, I think it's a cute little holiday read. So to go to another holiday read, but kind of not really holiday, I just decided within myself that when December got here, when the holidays got here, that would be the time where I would go ahead and take on the Lord of the Rings series. And of course, if you're going to start that series, you have to start with The Hobbit. It's said that the quality of the book was good, but I don't know if I would consider this good. Like, I received it and it had like the corners cut off, and it's one of these super old looking books that has like the super yellow pages. And to be honest, I like how these books look, but I have been buying books like this I think since I was a kid that had this little old look. And I can tell you, ever since I was a child, I don't know if I've ever finished a book that looked like this. So next time I might just have to go ahead and buy it new. I was trying my best to get a secondhand one, but this just did not excite me. So I went ahead and ordered a new one, just simply from Amazon, and it looks like this. Like I can do this, and I love to do this. So got a new version, and it does have the new book paper smell. Love that. I think I made it to like page 60 something, but it's only like nearly 300 pages in the book. When I tell you, I did not expect The Hobbit to kind of be cozy. Like, I feel like if you know what a Hobbit is, you're like, what do you mean you didn't expect The Hobbit to be cozy? That a hobbit is the epitome of cozy. I just haven't dealt with hobbits in my fantasy read lifetime. So I've really been enjoying this so far. It definitely gives the magical, gives the whimsy, and I love the main character, aka the Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins. I think he's so funny. He's not trying to be funny. It's more like the things that are happening to him are funny, and the way that he kind of goes about it is quite funny to me. And the reason that it's funny is because it's relatable. Like, I feel like Bilbo Baggins is me. I have Hobbit tendencies for sure. I think this book was written in like 1920 or something like that. And so I feel like that can go either way for me. Like, sometimes the writing is so distracting that it's like I can't enjoy this because it was written at such a different time. But I don't feel that way about this one. So I'm excited to continue. We'll give you an update if I do decide to continue through the rest of the series. So with that being said, we have come to something that is not quite a book. And I wanted to share it because I feel like I talk about on this channel all the time that I don't watch the news. I'm definitely not reading the news. And so it's funny, if you have seen this in my content, you're probably like, the queen of saying she doesn't watch the news? She doesn't listen to the news? Like, girl, what is this? That's a newspaper, is it not? And it's actually published and written in Paris. It's just an art newspaper. It's got a lot of gorgeous visuals in it. But what I like about it is it doesn't focus on like current events in the world, because I already hear about that. I know I don't need to see it in my daily reading. But it is a newspaper called Le Petit 3, and I keep talking about it honestly because I just love that something like this exists. Like, I want people to go and subscribe to this because I don't want them to ever have to stop. Like, I feel like this is something that we need today in society. I think their like catchphrase or slogan is something like, instead of checking your phone, check your mailbox, which I just thought was really cute and kind of very nostalgic. I go and check my mail and I'll see my monthly newspaper in there. It even has a crossword puzzle in the back. This one specifically focuses on shadow work because this was the November issue. I don't think I have my December issue yet, but it kind of talks about like how this is like the time of hibernation, how people go into their homes and they spend a lot more time there. But it's talking about like how that doesn't have to be a negative time for you. It can be a time where you're more introspective, where you're like working on self. So that's why it's called Entering the Cave, aka your house, and then shadow work. So I've really been enjoying this newspaper. This is only my second issue that I've gotten from them, but I'm very much looking forward to my December one. I've heard good things. If you have been looking for like a newspaper sort of thing without the news, it's actually very informative, but I feel like about like holistic things and like self-work. And I think in the last issue they even had some book and reading suggestions by this girl that I follow on Instagram, which I love her book recommendations. So I was very excited to see that some of my favorite creators are actually featured in this newspaper. So I just wanted to share those with you in this video. Since we are kicking off winter officially, it's officially December, the very beginning, and I'm actually really excited. Is it bad to say I'm excited to like be in my house for extended amount of times, even though that's kind of something I already do? I don't know, but I'm hoping for more naps this season. That's all I want. But I'm gonna go ahead and close the vlog out now so I can go ahead and get started on next week's vlog. I have been doing an awful job at staying on schedule, just because I've been trying to put out a little more content, and then also with like sponsor content, girl, it has been a lot. So that is why I say make sure you turn your post notifications on, because unfortunately sometimes even I don't know when the video is going up. I'm just doing my best, trying my best. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out so we can go ahead and get started on the next one. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy the video, and of course I will see you next week. Love you so much. Mwah.